Well, hello me lovelies, it's me Ned Natter, and I'm here to chatter down here on the farm. I hope I'll get to brighten your day. I love to gossip after a long day of taking care of things down here on me Florida farm. It's great to be with you again. Thank you so much for your lovely comments and messages. Today I want to natter about a few things, but first up, I need to mention that I don't natter about the news and current affairs. We're all sick and tired of it, and you don't want me reminding you of everything else you've already seen and heard, do you? Me show's here to give you a break from it all. A good laugh, even if it only is once a week on a Wednesday. Still, you can listen to me all me shows and on the website, yesteryear.com. So, yeah, okay, well, put everything down. No, everything. I mean you two. Come on, it's time for the Ned Natter Show. And you can't miss this. Before I run off and tell you more, let's have a look round the farm. And believe me, I've had enough of crazy diets to last a lifetime. Yep, they just don't work, or they're incredibly dangerous. It's like this one I saw about eating cotton balls soaked in juice. No, not cotton candy, actual cotton. I've heard of getting backed up, but that's sure to clog up your gut sooner or later, innit? And then there's this other woman, she thought she could live on nothing but air. Ooh, well, I'm sure we all like the idea of that. But, you couldn't even tell a gal more, could you? She should stay at home, get help, I think. After a few days, though, of living on fresh air, she began to realise her self-help book, Air Today, Gone Tomorrow, was likely to become a very poor seller. That's right. She was feeling dizzy, thirsty too, and to be honest, just plain old hungry. So she went back to school in the hope of becoming an anaesthetist. Well, different kind of air, I guess. Instant results though, innit? In my own case, I tried the wife Elsie's diet for 1 week. Well, let's call it 5 days to be honest. Ate exactly what she ate, drank what she drank, and believe me, it worked. Yep, it worked. I put on 20 pounds in 4 days. I didn't get heartburn. Surprised? Well, I ended up with a gut full of battery acid instead. Had trouble standing up. She'd supersized me, and I decided it was time to quickly exercise me. This week, I'm eating nothing. Anyway, I thought I'd cash in on all the same. I'm going to write a little diet plan book too. Yep, I'm going to call mine the Elephant Diet. Also known as Picking Up the Pounds with Elsie Natter. Oh dear, never again. Even Ned Jr., the wife's little piggy, me namesake, has also been a little bit on a diet this week. And the poor old mucker got jammed in the cat flap. To cut the poor old porker right out of it. Either way, the wife, Elsie's, decided to break her New Year's resolution. Well, it's been more than 3 weeks. However, to make up for missing that 1 meal a day she was doing, she's now eaten 3 extra. Oh dear. Well, she'll eat my share until I get back to me skinny mucker self again. Lonnie, me blind neighbour, never has food issues. That comes with eating anything and just about everything he comes into contact with. He's still eating what he can, when he can. He has few problems away from the old, exploding tortoises in the microwave. See, they're the only things he can catch easy. He puts a Ziploc bag filled with cabbage at the entrance to their burrows. Oh, eating tortoises in Florida, though, is illegal. But to be honest, old Lonnie, he should be illegal too. This is Ned Natter here, the Ned Natter Show. When I'm not here, you can always find me and my shows at nednatter.com. Me daughter young Dolly's little ram, the birthday present, yep, has a name now. Yep, but, yep. It loves to live up to its name. Yep, it butts everything. Now it's deliberately crushing me camper Quinton's dog Pollux. Yep, the damn thing looks like an accordion. It's an attention seeker too, the old lamb, it butts everything in the hope of food. But it seems to get a wicked look on its face after, and it knocks the wind out of the other animals. Yeah. Quentin's dog seems to be like target practice for this young butt. If you remember, I got asked to help out one of my relatives, Buck Natter, in Pennsylvania. Well, my lawyer brother in LA has been on the phone again, reminding me of how he's signing up for marriage. Yep, 4th time's a charm. And he's still expecting me to be best man. Oh dear. For one thing, I haven't worn a suit in years. I'm going to have to buy new socks, and I can't wear me boots in LA. Worse still, it's a 36-hour drive. Yep, nearly 2,500 miles. And I'm not flying either. Why, you ask? Well, I'm not paying extra for overhead bin space or my other luggage. You know, it'll get to the point where they'll charge you for wearing your own clothes on board and make you bring your own seat. Well, that wouldn't be so bad, would it? You know, I could bring me lazy boy, put it on board. It ain't got a fold-up tray, but it's beats sitting up straight like a stick, doesn't it? Or having someone recline in your lap. Added to that, there's another thing. I was hoping to take me brother and his new bride a wedding gift. Well, one of my best laying hens. My brother, you see, is always going on about how great it would be to have all the free-range eggs you could eat. Well, now I'm giving him a chance. So if I flew, I'd have to pass it off as an emotional support animal, wouldn't I? Yep. And then I'd be hoping, you know, they don't drop an egg at 3,000 feet or even 30,000 feet. Oh dear. And of course, hens are renowned for dropping other things, aren't they? Yep, wet and smelly bombs. Without warning, and regardless of the bleeding altitude. Anyway, while me lawyer brother, young Nelson Natter, yep, Nelson, well, me old dad had high hopes for him, I suppose, is finalising the wedding date. I'll be thinking about the best way to travel. No, 36 hours in me tractor is not happening. It'll be more like, well, 36 weeks. And me truck, it wasn't that bad, but you know, not that good either on the ride to Pennsylvania and back. The journey to California is going to need more planning. Worse still is me dog Clay will want to come. He hates the wife, see. And then there's me farm cat, young Charles. He didn't like anybody other than me, so I'll have to take him too. So there's me, the dog, the cat, and the emotional support hen all stuck in a 2-seater for 2,500 miles. Come to think of it, we've all got bad gas. Well, I think I'll have to rethink that one for sure. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show. And when I'm not here, you can always find me at nednatter.com. Well, me lovelies, I'm always getting nice messages from you, me listeners. But from time to time, I get an odd question too. So in this season, as I mentioned before, I've decided to feature them in all my shows. This one arrived from a lady called Big Bella in Big Sur, California. Yeah, a lot of bigs in there, isn't there? No photo though. Hang on. See, I heard Big Sur was a beautiful spot. Yeah, you were thinking, oh, well, I was thinking something different. Yeah, well, anyway, she wanted to mention her concerns with me diets feature and was very interested in me research into all kinds of ridiculous things, but she wants to discuss the way TV has changed over the years. And to be honest, Big Bella, you're in luck. I've decided to tell you more in this show. It involved a lot more research though, you know, but, and you thought diets were ridiculous? Just way out weird? Well, the changes on the TV will make you think. At any rate, I've got them all here on the Ned Natter Show. And, you know, around here, my old mum, Nan, never stops watching TV. Full volume too. While the wife, Elsie, prefers to watch the mouth-watering microwave more than TV. So let's have a look at some of them good old shows, shall we? And try and picture their modern counterparts, eh? Well, being in the South, let's start off with the Dukes of Hazzard. Yep, you know, they were obsessed with moonshine, weren't they? Moonshine making in the South. My old mum, you know, Nan, still is. But it's been replaced, hasn't it, by the tweakers in New Mexico. You know, that's right, meth making in Breaking Bad. Then there's Star Trek, an old popular favourite, isn't it? Ran for years, didn't it? Old Kirk, travelling through space like some kind of intergalactic swinger, stopping at all kinds of odd planets, trying to pick up alien women. Oh dear. And old Spock, putting a grip on unfortunate strangers. Not much has changed really, has it? Well, only now they've replaced Star Trek with Fox News. Starsky and Hutch, well, they're kind of non-uniform cops, aren't they? Well, detectives actually. I thought the idea was to blend in, but that kind of thing, so they can get more information and things, but it's just that old red record they drove around in with a white stripe down the side, it's hardly discreet, is it? Kind of gave the game away. That's why they replaced the show with a thing called Jeopardy. Then there's a real old one here, the Waltons. Well, that's a long story, innit? See, they never really left Arkansas. The show was reworked into the Family Guy. Why, well, ever since their family business became an household name, see? Yep. They didn't like the idea of everyone looking in their home then, Worse still, having to say goodnight to 25 family members just gets so boring, doesn't it? Happy Days, of course, that was dropped in favour of America's Got Talent, wasn't it? Yep. Never another happier day after that, is there? Oh dear. And one of my old favourites, Perry Mason. Oh, they scrapped him, didn't they, and replaced him with that Judge Judy. Well, there's a reason, mainly because they stopped using black and white film, I suppose. And then the world of equality, that's what everyone's talking about, isn't it? TV companies wanted to prove that no lawyer can have the judge in his or her pocket and win every case. Then, what list would be without the good old Jerry Springer Show? Yeah, it's over, and it's been replaced by a programme called The View, and the new spin-off, soon to be released, is Desperate Housewives of Detroit. Apparently, it's different from all them other ones, it's the impromptu shootouts, they'll be the key to the show's success. Married with Children, well, of course that's become PC, innit? And they renamed the show, it's called Same Sex Marriage with 2.5 units. Hawaii 5-0, well, that's been replaced by Florida 1-0. That's right, no volcanoes. Not much surf, still plenty of sand, beaches, numerous Kono and Steve McGarrett impersonators. Oh, I've seen them. Northern Exposure, well, that's not such a famous one, but it had to be dropped after numerous wardrobe mishaps. Anyway, I always thought there was an high chance of frostbite anyway. Then we got an old favourite here, America's Funniest Home Videos. Oh, that sounds dated now, doesn't it? Oh dear. Well, of course, we all know what that's replaced by, don't we? YouTube and YouTube again. Please, though, no more sad, death-defying cats hanging from ceiling fans in dirty, untidy apartments. Saved by the Bell. Oh, that was easy. That was only replaced last year, wasn't it, by the 2020 election special. Then there's another one, The Love Boat. Well, that's been rapidly replaced by much larger ships, isn't it? And the norovirus. No longer the Love Boat, more like the At Sea in the Vomit and Diarrhea Vessel. King of the Hill. Well, despite numerous protests, that show ended in January 2021. Knight Rider was scrapped after the show's producers were held directly responsible for the era of distracting and talking smart cars. Beverly Hills 90210 was also cancelled numerous times due to all that smoke from all the wildfires. And then, this is not such a surprise really, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, well, that's been replaced, hasn't it, by the red-headed prince from England. Obviously, California is still popular with the old royals. The Incredible Hulk couldn't continue, apparently. Well, might have to do with the fact the wife Elsie demanded more money. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Remember that one? Oh, that was cancelled, of course, as it's much easier to do the lotto than humiliate yourself on live national TV. Baywatch, well, I'll get into the nitty-gritties now, but the only time I see it these days is on one of me rare trips to the beach. Only trouble is, we don't see it, do I? Nope. Well, not exactly what I was hoping for anyway. Might see the red swimsuits. It's what's in them that's troubling me. Then, of course, the last but by no means least is the Benny Hill Show. You remember that? Oh, and no, contrary to popular belief, I'm not replacing it. Please, no. I can't find enough nice-looking women to fill the space in between me jokes. On the other hand, I'm always looking for volunteers. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show. And when I'm not here, you can find me and my shows at nednatter.com. By the way, me nudist neighbour old Fred has decided to give up on the TV and his laptop. He's got a new phone with this thing called Kick. He told me he used it to hook up with like-minded folks. The other day he came by in the farm to say hello. Of course, I'd forgotten all about this hook-up tool he has. And he says to me, he says something really stupid, He says, if you like Ned, you can always kick me. So I thought, well, why not? I've had a bad day anyway, it'd be nice to take out on something. Anyway, after he got up from the ground, nursing his throbbing shin, I was kind about it. See, steel toe cap boots, do a lot of damage elsewhere. He told me kick was spelled K-I-K. Well, I just said, Fred, you obviously went to one of the schools around here. Afterwards, the poor old mucker just limped off. The campers still not going anywhere soon. But despite having a 12 by 12 tent, they seem to have acquired a 4 by 8 TV. Yup. So at night, you can see their little tent glowing. Yup, from the space station, that is. Whichever way you like to see it, me two campers have already got a place on TV. Yup, the Twilight Zone. Ding dang, me farmhand doesn't have a TV anymore. I know it surprised you, but he pawned it last week so he could make a car payment and lodge a few dollars with Bud, his best friend. For those of you not in the know, that's Budweiser, his one and only friend. But the cases usually last him until his version of Hump Day. That's right, Tuesday morning. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can always find me and my shows at nednatter.com. As you know, me lovely vegan neighbour young Alice has been inviting me over for that vegan cake and organic free trade coffee. It's becoming a regular thing, still not close to adoption. I suppose you'd call it farmer sitting. Very nice too though, she decided to put one of her horses in the local show. They have one this time of year here because we've still got a bit of sunshine. It's a beautiful Welsh pony and in real good condition, well bred too. Nothing like most of the things you see around here, I can tell you. Good people. She groomed that horse and it was ready to show. Of course, because it likes to roll around in the mud and dirt. The moment it gets being cleaned up and combed, she puts it in the barn. Well, makes sense. But Alice is very soft-hearted when it comes to animals, and then, well, it started to rain, and her two pet goats began to cry. See, they hate the rain. I don't really like them either. The rain, not the goats. That's beside the point, the ugly little slanted eyes and butting looks. See, these aren't your little dwarf people goats, Nope, they're them big Anglo-Nubian things. Tallish, weird looking. Anyway, Alice, out of kindness of her heart, and she puts them in the barn with her lovely pony. Leaves them there overnight and thinks nothing more about it. The next morning, I'd offered to help her box the horse for the show. Oh dear. When I arrived, Alice was in a real state. Unusual for a peaceful and soul like her. She's a very gentle person, never gets ratted about anything. The horse, though, had no tail. The goats had eaten it. in the night. Makes a change from the A, you see. Dear, show cancelled. I didn't have the heart this time to mention to Alice, about me blind neighbour, old Lonnie, as a special recipe for goat stew. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here, you can always find me at nednatter.com. Me neighbour and part-time political commentator, old Rush, has always got something to say. And when I told him I was nattering about TV, he had something to say as usual, He watches nothing but news. Anyway, he reckons it's been taken over by socialists and they only report fake news now. Oh dear. So I said, that's news to me, Rush. He said, no, it's not news, Ned. It's fiction. And off he sprints to the restroom. Not another word. Well, maybe, while we're on the TV subject, we should take an old show and rename it for Rush, shouldn't we? Yep. Right now, I'd say that was Fantasy Island. This is Ned Natter here with the Ned Natter Show. And when I'm not here, you can always find me and my shows at nednatter.com. By the way, me long-lost relative Skip Natter tried to get on the reality show once. It was called The Apprentice. But Skip's business idea was not only illegal, it was too obscene for TV. Then, of course, he'd already made, a brief, I suppose you call it a cameo performance before. That's right, on America's Most Wanted. While I'm on that subject though, the con man front, my agent 50% has lined me up with a new ad this week. He's been at it again, looking over me show notes. And seeing as I was nattering about TV, he's lined up a new ad. I think it's a bit too typical, but anyway, here goes me lovelies. Have you ever wanted to be famous? See yourself on TV? Well, now's your chance. Join the latest reality show production from the Sign 'em Up and Rip 'em Off Productions team. Following in the footsteps of their hits, I'm a Total Loser, Let Me In There, and I Can't Dance to Save Me Life, but I'll Try Real Hard. Comes their latest, soon-to-be hit. Yep, I can't wait to make an asshole of myself on live reality TV. It might be a bit of a mouthful, but it's your chance to make it in the cutthroat world of show business. You'll get all expenses paid, economy travel to LA, yep, Greyhound bus, and they'll put you up in the producer's luxury basement. There's one bathroom down there and 16 of you. You'll soon be famous. Just don't know what for. But that's for later, innit? Check us out now. Fame isn't everything. ... Or call us on 1-900 Sewer. Do it today. It's your one free shot at stardom. Hurry, there'll never be another opportunity like this. Oh dear, pass me the plunger. I know 50% knows some dubious folks, but this is, I don't know what to say, other than I suppose everyone gets their, what should we call it, 2 seconds of fame nowadays? This is Ned Natter here, the Ned Natter Show, and when I'm not here you can find me at nednatter.com. Whichever way you dice it, the Ned Natter Show is usually produced in the heat of the night. That's right, down in sticky Florida, nothing changes much here. Not even the politics. So on that note, me lovelies, I better go, eh? So until next time, I'm Ned Natter. Just remember, farmers are getting older. Some more than others. It's time some new blood came down on the farm and gave us an helping hand. Shite matters. Without us, you wouldn't have anything to eat. And without me, your Wednesdays, wouldn't be much fun, would they? In the meantime, you can always find me in my shows, as I said, at nednatter.com, along with them social media links. So come by and say hi. It'll be nice to hear from you. Thanks so much for listening. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and I hope you'll join me on the Ned Natter Show again. So until next time, keep a smile on your face, think positive, don't sweat into that nasty small stuff. The grass is not always green on the other side, it might just be a freeway. Goodbye, my lovelies.